Well, it says we're live, but I don't know if we
I
are.
don't believe it.
I'm looking at the screen here and it says live and it's a black screen. Nope, here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, are we here?
I don't know anymore. I'm here talking to you.
You're here? I'm glad you're here. Wow.
Are we live?
I guess we are. I don't know. How is everybody doing? Somebody give me a hello or something to let me know. I see people are saying we are back. Janice Lundberg says live. You are back.
Good thing I didn't say, I got to go pee again or something.
If you could have only heard the words I was saying during this whole thing. So here it is, folks. That had nothing to do with us. It had nothing to do with my computer, my internet, my anything. This was, I'm going to blame this on Google. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blame Google because, somebody said the matrix is glitching. The chat's going so fast now. I thought this was on I thought this was on slow mode, but maybe it's not because
Before we go any further, I would like to address the super chats and the new members from the previous stream.
Ma'am, you go right ahead.
Because I feel really bad. I took pictures of everything because I was like, I don't want to forget. And they're not in any particular order. I just didn't want to miss anybody. But I have Monday O'Reilly with the $5 super chat. Hey, John and Lisa, I ordered some extreme betta pellets from you, and all my bettas love them. Thank you for the handwritten note, Lisa. It made my day. And you are so welcome. Thank you for the order.
You said betta.
Huh?
You said betta. Good job.
It was an accident. I said it wrong. Damien DeVilla. Hey guys, love you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Yeah, thank you, because we need that tonight.
Grumpy Mike's Fish pooping on us with his 99-cent super chat, but we appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't poop on us. Poop on Google tonight. Look how sweaty I am.
And Damien Devella, I think I'm saying it right, became a member tonight too, so thank you and welcome.
I thought I saw a super chat from Eric Furlow, too.
I got there. I think I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
Eric Furlow with the $10 super chat. Happy Thursday, y'all. Hope you guys are having a good week. I'm getting closer to putting some content out. Super excited. We're
Nice.
excited for you. That's awesome. And then Fish from Fever pooped on us with the 99-cent super chat. So, and there's another one. Well, I mean, James is going to always poop on us. Matt Oropalo with the $10 super chat. Hi,
Holy cow.
Lisa and John. I just lost my male breeding angel. I literally FaceTimed my fiance while it was happening. An hour later, he passed. Any idea why? My parameters are really good. To be honest, the first thing I'm going to think could have happened is maybe like if you had other angels in there, maybe they were breeding and they just like beat him up, and maybe that's how he died. Especially if you're saying that your parameters are really good, maybe there was some other angels in there breeding and he just kind of got the bad end of the deal. But again, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know your tank that well, but that would be my first thought. So anyways, thank you everybody for the super chats and becoming a member, and I will hand it over to John.
Did you hear that? She said, I'm going to hand it over to John.
But we do have other ones that came in.
I know. I'm well aware. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be in a little disarray here tonight, folks, because Google has put us there.
Yeah.
I am not a person that likes to point blame and stuff like that. I'm not a person that likes to say, it wasn't my fault, but it wasn't my fault today. It's just not. So yeah, we do have a lot of super chats and stuff like that going through. Somebody actually said, as part of a super chat, Let's see. Mark Trulos, I hope I'm saying it. Mike Trulos, sorry, became a new member. And then Waddles with Wolves said streams should be an hour longer as compensation to your loyal viewers. I totally agree. We'll go. We'll keep going. We'll have some fun. Sorry, Fish Room Fever, if we impede on your time, but you know, this is not our fault. So we got to do what we got to do. So yeah, I mean, we're all, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be tonight. So I'm going to get back to John with the shirt. Pull your knobs out. Off with the shirt. Yeah, that's not happening. You need
to go in order if you're going to do that, please.
I know. I'm just reading it because it's the current one. But that's not going to happen. And 2 reasons. That wasn't the deal. And second, the video that we talked about hasn't come out yet. So
I thought we were talking about last week's stream when...
That's true. But I said in that stream, when we put out that video and you show that you didn't quarantine, people are going to say it. And if that doesn't happen, I will do the stream with my shirt off. So the video hasn't come out yet. And you know what? Guess what, folks? Nobody's going to say anything about it because she messed up. I'm pointing to her.
I did?
Yes.
How?
People get mad when I call you she, but I'm pointing to her. I'm making you aware that girl right there, because when you filmed that part of the video, you explained why you're not quarantining. So you messed it up for everybody. Nobody's going to get to see me with my shirt off now.
Well, I felt like I needed to say it so I didn't have to hear the crap about it.
I agree. That's true.
And then I completely forgot about all that. So
but yeah, the funny thing is, if you say not to do something, a lot of times people do it anyway.
Yeah.
So, and we've got so many things in our videos, 600 videos, and there's been so many things that we have said very clearly in the video that people in the comments section ask about. Like, we're putting these fish in a 10-gallon tank. And then they'll ask in the comment, what size tank is that?
Because I think they're only watching a little bit, maybe not the full thing and seeing it all.
So, yeah, people are going to do what they're going to do. Yeah. But we love the people. And let me try to take a step back and go back to where we were. I even saw somebody in the chat when we were offline saying, I wonder what the big news is. I was getting to that, and I don't know that it's big news, but it kind of is. So what I was starting to talk about before we got rudely interrupted by Google, when we started our website almost 2 months ago, and I think that we're actually like 1 day past the 2-year anniversary of me coming back from the YouTube break. I think it was September 23rd. Somebody would have to fact check me on that.
I don't think that counts. I think it really counted when I came back with you.
We all know that's true. But anyway,
I'm just saying.
2 years since coming back from YouTube, my YouTube break, and 2 months since we relaunched the website. It was July 30th. The response that we have received has been absolutely overwhelming. And I'm not going to dote on this all night long. I know I did last week. But the interesting thing about it is that I'm surprised it's done as well as it's done, because the website looked like crap. It looked like garbage. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. It looked really bad. It was the setup of the website was very boring. It was very dark. It was very just gloomy, and not something that was appealing or attractive or enjoyable to use. It worked, and it worked well, but it just wasn't all that nice. And I spent an enormous amount of hours working on a complete and total overhaul of the website. I was going to do a screen share and show it to you, but that's just going to take too long, especially when there's no limitations on it. You can go over there, and I hope you do, and you can check the website out for yourself. Keepfishkeeping.com is the website. And I think that you're going to find, if you've never visited the site, you're probably going to look at it and go, well, this looks nice. It looks like your average e-commerce website. But if you saw it before, or if you're one of the people that has ordered from us already, and you look at it now, you're going to say, oh yeah, this needed to be done because it is a dramatic improvement. I'm proud of myself. I'm going to be honest. We launched the reboot of the website on Tuesday. I think I slept an hour Tuesday night because I was just so excited about it. You know that feeling you get when you just, it's called pride. That's what it is. But you just feel so good about something that you've done. That's how I felt. And when you have that kind of feeling, it doesn't matter what anybody else says.
Right.
You looked at it. You were proud of me. You were happy. Proud
Yes.
of me. Like
I
I'm
was
8
so
years old.
proud of you.
I'm sorry.
You
That's
did
just
such a good job.
that's just what
John.
came out of my mouth. You were happy with it. You were pleased with it. And I even got a compliment from a YouTuber
Nice.
that
Oh, I
doesn't
remember.
dish out many compliments.
I remember who you said.
And his name is not Corey McElroy. Because when you say that, Corey is a guy that is known. Corey's an amazing human being. So don't take what I'm saying as like a slight on him. Corey doesn't dole out many compliments, and he will tell you that. He will tell you that to your face. I'm more of a person that will find the flaws and help you through pointing out flaws than I will to give you frivolous compliments. Those are almost verbatim the words that he would say to you. And I appreciate that. I respect that. And what that means when you do get a compliment from Corey, it means that much more. And that, you know, I've received compliments from Corey before, and it's a beautiful thing. This was not Corey, though, that said this. It was another guy that lives right down the street from Corey that rarely dishes out compliments. And even when he does, it's not usually like, hey, the website looks great. It's usually like what he said to me that night, which is, it's about time you put together a website that doesn't look like crap.
Wow. That was nice.
I don't want to throw this guy under the bus, but his name rhymes with mob.
Mean spot.
That's right.
Mean spot.
Mob mean spot. Right. That is what his name rhymes with. But no, Bob is also a dear friend. And again, he doesn't dish out many compliments, but when he does, it's special. So yeah, happy about that. Go over there, check it out. We have added some new things to the website, which is pretty cool. I don't know why I said the word twice, pretty. But I did. It's that kind of a night. We added Hikari, the ones that we currently use and the ones that we've used for a very long time. I've used Hikari fish foods since 1993. I mean, I can remember buying the bags and feeding that to my Oscars back. Maybe we're back on now. I don't know. Jeez. Thanks, YouTube. You're making it real easy for us tonight. I don't know. These are extreme guys. And that's true. We've been humongous fans of Extreme since 2013. And we still are. And we will still continue to carry their products. And we're never going to stop carrying their products because we love their food. Our fish love their food. We love the people there, everything about it. But again, this is something that we use. And so we're going to carry it on the website. So there is a bunch of Hikari on there. Almost all of the cichlid foods. We got Vibrabites on there. We got some of the micro pellets, micro wafers, things like that. They're on there. So, you know, get your Hikari now from keepfishkeeping.com. We also, I didn't bring a piece down here, so I can't really show it, but we've also added Malaysian driftwood, which is cool. It's a lot of fun, but you have to understand that these are natural pieces of wood. These are things that come from nature.
They're really cute.
They are. But we're not going to take photos of every single piece of wood that we have and sell them individually. Right. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to have to kind of put your faith in us that we're going to send you a nice looking piece. We won't send you a piece that looks like trash. If it looks like trash, we'll just put it in one of our tanks.
If we wouldn't put it, well, I was going to say, if we wouldn't put it in one of our tanks, we wouldn't pass
Right.
it along.
But I'll be honest, I did look through all of them, and I didn't see one that I thought was really ugly. Did you just spill water all over yourself?
I did.
On live
I did.
YouTube,
You know what?
407 people watched that.
I don't even care. Tonight is just one of those nights.
It's not an alcoholic beverage in there either. That's water
Straight up water.
in that Aquarium Co-op cup.
That's right.
So, last thing about the website, it's funny because I feel like, oh my God, I've been talking about the website for 40 minutes. No, it's only been 10. So here's the thing with the sharks. We've caused kind of a stir on the internet about the Ceche sharks. I'm very mad at you, even though the microphone's covering it up and nobody can see it.
What?
You're wearing your Ceche shirt tonight, which I wanted to wear mine, but we can't be wearing the same shirt.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah, you can see it now. So the internet's been going crazy about sharks. They've been very difficult to get, but we've got a whole bunch of them being sent to us on Monday. Very excited about that. They're going to be here on Monday. I get so many emails on a daily basis of people saying, when are you going to have more sharks? When are you going to have more sharks? What I've decided to do is make them available for pre-order. They're coming on Monday. The tracking information all says that. They're coming on Monday. So if you are someone that has been waiting for the sharks to come back into inventory and you really want one really bad, if you want to order one, you can do that to guarantee that you'll get one. We're getting a lot of them, but they'll also sell out very fast. I'm not being a salesman here. I'm just speaking facts. Every time we've gotten them, they've sold ridiculously fast. So it's just a fact. If you want one, if you've been after it, you might want to go ahead and get on there and order it this weekend or even tonight. Just understand that they're not going to be shipped out until Monday or actually probably Tuesday, because more than likely they're going to end up getting shipped. I don't know if they're coming UPS. I'm not sure, but our UPS guy doesn't usually show up until after the deadline for the Postal Service to send the stuff out. So it might not be till Tuesday that they get shipped out, but that's a way to guarantee that you can get one is if you order them now. We did get a lot, so if you don't get paid until Monday or something, you should be safe. But, if you want a way to guarantee it, you might want to get on there and do that now. So, but we did get a full restock of the titles. We've got every single size of those, the title filters, even though Mob Meanbot or whatever you called him doesn't like titles because he's a jerk. We got a full complement of those. They're ready to be shipped out. So yeah, that's it. No more stuff about the website. Do me the favor though. If you're watching this on a desktop, open up a new tab and go over to the website. You don't have to spend any money. Just go over there and look at it. And then don't turn this off. That's why you got to open a new window. Go over there, look at it, and then come back and tell me what you think in the comment section, because I would love to hear people's thoughts on that. I'm really proud of it. I think it looks really good. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. So do we sell plants? We sell fake plants because we sell fake plants.
Right.
Artificial plants sounds better than fake plants.
They are the not real ones.
They are the plants that are not real.
Yeah. But yeah, we sell plants.
There is a reason for that, though. There's a reason why we sell those. And it's basically because a lot of people make fun of fake plants. And that's why we want them. Because
we like to be different.
we like to be different. But no, a lot of people are selling live plants. Corey's got control of that, and he should. He does a great job of it. Right. Corey's got the live plants. I love you as much as anything on this planet.
Aw.
But
What are you saying?
don't know that you have the experience as a plant keeper to consider yourself expert enough to sell them.
Heck no.
Thank you.
And neither do you.
No,
okay?
of course I don't. I would never say that I do.
Why are you calling me out? You're like, you don't.
Well, no, I am pointing at you.
Excuse me, John. We are kind of
yeah.
in this together.
I'm pointing at you, and that's very rude. That was very disrespectful of me to do. But you're the one that has plants. I really don't, except for the fake ones. So Corey's got that corner of the market cornered. And so there's no reason to even try to mess around with that. We sell the fake ones because we are, there's going to be a lot of focus on betas. We already have an everything beta page which you can go on, and everything in there is specifically for betas. So we are kind of beta focused. Live plants are wonderful with betas, but also so are artificial plants.
And some people,
for beginners,
what we were discussing on the member stream a little while ago with Chad Krotz, one of his beta tanks, or his beta tank, had some fake plants and some live plants in there. And sometimes if you're new to fish keeping, you want the live plants, but you're not so good at it. You can start with both. At least there's something in there for your beta in case the plant actually dies. But you can do a mixture in the beginning. There's nothing wrong with that. And
do not ever be the person that thinks, well, I'm going to get made fun of if I have those. No, you're not.
Only John does. It's fine.
I mean, it's, it's ridiculous. It is. Fake plants are better than no plants at all, especially if you're a beta keeper.
Yeah.
So, and again, we are focusing a lot on betas. And in fact, I got to say, I got to shout out another YouTube channel. I got to do it because
we haven't talked about that yet.
I know. But there's no reason why I can't talk about a channel that I love on YouTube.
Oh.
Right? Why couldn't I?
Okay.
It's nothing weird. I've been completely obsessed and watching obsessively.
Oh, that one.
Dexter's World.
I thought you were talking about somebody else that... Never mind.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
No. Tell your story.
There's no story. I have been watching Dexter's World like you would not believe. And I've just been absolutely amazed with his channel. I've seen his videos in the past, and you know how it is. You may have even done this with our channel. You see our videos and you're like, okay, but nothing really grabs you. And then all of a sudden, one day, something grabs you and you're like, I really like this channel. I hope you're that way. That's how I am with Dexter. I knew of his channel. I'd seen several of his videos and I appreciated what he was doing, but I wasn't like drawn to it. Like, oh, I can't wait to go watch more of his videos. But that's how it's been for the last
really
like 2
cool
days.
Guy. Yeah.
I changed my life here 2 days ago, and I bought a standing desk converter. I'm not going to show you because my desk is a mess, but it's one of those deals that you can put on your desktop and you can raise your computer up so that you can work in the standing position. I spent a lot of money for it. In fact, the box was still sitting behind me. Lisa kicked it out of the way before the show started, but it's a beautiful thing. And I've been doing my work, and I have my TV right next to my computer with Dexter on the computer at an obsessive level. Not on the computer, on the TV. I've just been watching his videos obsessively. It's been so much fun.
And there's Dexter's World Jr.
Dexter Jr., yep.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And,
I can't believe in the last year he's gone from like 200,000 to 700 and something thousand. That's amazing. That tells you how good of a YouTuber he is.
I mean, hopefully we follow that same trajectory. That would be nice.
I don't know.
But yeah, his channel has blown up, and for good reason. I mean, he's a super good dude.
Yeah,
he's really easy to follow. His English is good. It's a little broken, but it's good.
I understand.
Good enough to completely understand what he's talking about. And he's just a joy to watch. And, he doesn't need me to shout him out because his channel is 3 times the size of ours.
Yeah.
But he's awesome.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Wow, I'm not getting choked up. For some reason, I lost my throat there for a second.
Oh, don't do that.
I would love nothing more than to have Dexter on this channel. I would love to figure out a way to make that happen. It's 9:49 a.m. in the Philippines right now.
How does he know this? Because he checked it out.
I checked it out. I said, I got to get this guy as a guest on our live stream. What time is it there? And so I asked Siri, because that's what you do in 2020. And she told me it was 12 hours ahead. So it's 9:50. He's probably having his coffee. What am I saying? He's probably one of those guys that gets up at like 6 a.m. and he already had his coffee. He's 3 hours from having his coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It's middle of the day for him.
Definitely. He's working.
But yeah, Moonstone said Dexter's World, right? Yeah, Dexter. I'm a big fan of Dexter, and I have been for a long time, but I'm like an obsessed fan with him now. So
yeah.
Wouldn't that be something to get him on this live stream. I don't know if anybody has. I could be wrong because I'm kind of new to Dexter's world. But has he been a guest on anybody's live streams? I don't know that he has. But anyway, he seems like a super good dude. And he doesn't need a shout out from me, but he's getting it because I adore his channel. So what got us on that? The fake plants. Because he ain't using no fake plants.
No, he doesn't use fake plants.
But it's the fact that we are, our website does have a heavy focus on cichlids and betas. And because that's what you're into, that's what I'm into. But my infatuation with betas is growing for sure. And a lot of it has to do with him.
Wow.
So, what?
Because of another guy on YouTube. I kind of liked him for a while too, but that's not why. We have a bunch of them in my fish area, but you didn't start liking them until you watched another YouTube channel.
See, I said that wrong. I said that wrong. It's I've always loved the fish. Of course I have. I wasn't really into watching videos about them.
Oh.
Until we watched him. Until I watched him. And now you're obsessively watching him.
I've only watched like 12 today. 12 videos.
Yeah. So anyway, is this the Dexter's World live stream? Dexter.
I just like how he talks.
I do too. If you're watching this, and let's face it, you're not, but if you are, come on this live stream. Talk about betas nonstop, and that would be a lot of fun. And I'll sit back and you and Lisa can talk the whole time, and it would be a blast. But
I like how he says temperature. I can't even repeat it.
There's so many things.
He's so cute.
There's so many things that he says that are just adorable. Like when he's talking about the breeding process, he talks about the males being jealous. And the way he says that is, it's just adorable. But anyway, I don't want to talk about him anymore because his channel doesn't need a shout out from mine. But, I'm going to reach out to him at some point. Why wouldn't I? It's not like it costs anything. He lives all the way across the world, but you never know. We might be able to get him on, and maybe we would be the first. But I adore that guy.
You have just as much of a chance of getting him on as I have of getting Amanda from Plan Arena on.
You never. I mean, hey, YouTubers are YouTubers, and we all are on the same team.
Very
so, it's very. I think it's possible. But anyway, since the world has been turned upside down, as far as YouTube goes, things seem to be going pretty steady here now. So hopefully it stays that way. Let's get into the topic of this live stream. And don't come down on me too hard. It would be 9:23 if this was a normal stream. So we'd be doing okay as far as time goes.
Today's 9:24.
It would be 9:23 p.m. I don't know why she has to make everything complicated. But but it's 9:53 and we're just getting into the main topic, but come on, it's not our fault. So, I turned one notification off because it kept going, and now there's another notification. And those are orders people are putting into the website. Isn't life grand?
And you're getting a lot of compliments that your website or the website looks really good.
I'm so glad about that, and thank you. Somebody said the word buffering. Moonstone, don't you throw me off like that. Somebody said, God made airplanes. I don't know if I could ever go to the Philippines. I mean, I don't know how long that of a flight that is.
Right.
Flying for 15, 16 hours is just not something I'm super excited about doing. But if it's, but I would do it. Of course I would do it. I would love, we're talking about Dexter this whole time. If you watch his videos and you see him going around where he lives to all of these farms and stuff like that, they're like man-made farms, and it's awesome. And I would love to do that. I don't know that I'd get you to be able to fly to the Philippines. But
I can drive to Florida and go see Amanda from Plan Arena while you go over there and go see Dexter.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
We'll set that up for next week. No problem.
Yeah. We'll have a lot of YouTube videos for all of you.
Yeah. Let's get into, I got to open it up again because I restarted my computer. I didn't know if it was a problem with my software, with my computer, with Google. I didn't know what the problem was that was causing the issue before. So I had this all opened up like a professional would, and I would be ready for it. But here we are. So yesterday's poll, another genius poll, might I add, 8,200 votes. A little slow. You know,
I'm slipping with the polls.
I mean, you know,
people must be getting tired of them.
We were like over 10,000 per poll for a while there, and I don't know what your problem is, but no,
I don't know.
8,200 votes is big for a poll on a YouTube community page. That's big. So you should be very proud. Of course, all I'm doing is breaking balls right now. The poll read as follows. Disposing of your fish can be extremely traumatic for some people. Most people. Maybe you should have put the word most. Some of us.
Maybe I was talking about myself.
Most of us get so attached to our fishy friends that it's heartbreaking. Others, it's not so much of a big deal. When you lose a fish, how do you dispose of it? And the options for the poll are, I have an all-out memorial service and bury my fish.
I did that before.
Option 2, put it in a bag and throw it in the trash. See you later, alligator. Option 3, flush it. Not recommended due to disease. We can talk about that. Not sure where you got the disease part from, but we can argue about that later.
Okay.
The next option was cremation. And then other, of course.
Gotta have other, because people do different things. You can't always put everything in there. Because I know a lot of people use dead fish as like compost or whatever for plants. Not sure I would eat that tomato or something later, but
in some areas of South America, they use human remains.
Okay, well, you know what? I have cats out here.
That's what I've heard anyway.
We have cats that I feed, and they might dig up a dead fish and eat it, and I really don't want little dead fish skeletons everywhere because of the cats. And they could choke and hurt themselves.
I freaked out a little bit over the weekend because you know that fall grass cutting that you do? That you never know when you're going to do your last mowing of the grass. So you do it extra special. You get the edging done right and you get everything perfect. I spent like 4 hours on our lawn the other day.
He really did.
And there was I don't think I told you about this because we could have easily freaked out about this. There was a fish this big.
I saw it out front. It was a catfish.
Yeah.
In just the road.
Yeah. It was right in front of my van over the weekend.
Disgusting.
Flies and gnarly. It actually looked a lot like the fish in the thumbnail. I probably could have taken a photo of that fish. I don't know how it got there. And it would have been very easy for us to be like, oh no, we have a YouTube channel. We talk about fish. This is somebody trolling us. But it wasn't that. Our neighbors fish all the time.
Yeah. And
it probably fell out of the boat or who knows. But it had been dead a long time when it was sitting out there. And
At least a day.
Yeah, I freaked out a little bit. And then I think maybe a cat did pick it up because the next day it was moved over to the neighbor's yard.
Disgusting.
But anyway, the results of the poll are as follows. Probably the lowest voted on category. Does that make sense? Like the least amount of votes we've probably ever had, with only 2%, is for cremation.
You never know.
And it wouldn't have surprised me if out of 8,200 people, 0% voted for cremation.
Oh.
Because I've never heard of anyone doing that. I'm not saying it's bad, but I've never heard of anybody doing that. I mean, it would kind of make sense if you had a big fish and you had like a bonfire and the timing worked out and you just threw it on the bottom. I could kind of understand that, but I've never heard of anybody cremating their fish. But 2% out of the 8,200 people that voted do cremate their fish.
Okay.
So there you go. The next, and this one surprises me here because I kind of figured this would be more because of the whole burying them in the plant thing. Mm-hmm. Other was 13%. Mm-hmm. And when we start to go through some of these comments, I think you'll understand why I felt like other might have been a little higher. The third most voted on was put it in a bag, throw it in the trash, see you later, alligator. We've done that. We've done that several times because sometimes you don't have anything else you can do. I mean,
Like, oh, you mean like with them?
when it's a big fish, you can't flush it and stuff. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's the only option that you've got. So that doesn't surprise me. Flush it was the next, which was 27% flush it, not recommended due to disease. Who told you that it causes disease?
I mean, have you ever used Google?
I can go on Google right now and it'll tell me the earth is flat. That doesn't mean it's true.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying one place like Wikipedia is going to tell you that. I'm saying, have you ever Googled that and done any kind of research?
No.
Then why are you questioning me?
Because I think about...
You think I just do these polls with no research?
No, of course not. And I don't mean this in an insulting way. I'm just saying, I know what I've put down the toilet.
I don't want to talk about that on the live stream. Shame on you.
I mean, I'm a human being. You go out and you have some burritos, there's going to be some business happening going down that toilet. And how could that not be something that would cause a disease, but a dead fish would?
I mean, do you have a disease you're flushing down the toilet?
No, but neither do those fish.
How do you know that? How do you know what causes them to die?
Well, I don't know, but I'd be willing to bet that a fish that's been in my care, not that I'm perfect, but that's been in a glass box that has not been exposed to a bunch of nonsense, I would imagine it's probably a little healthier than what I put down that toilet after eating Mexican or a nice big plate of spaghetti.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just speaking real here.
Okay. And it smells like roses too, right?
It does. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Jeez.
But you understand, I mean, I'm sure there's articles out there that would say that it's gross, but you know what? There's a lot of gnarly stuff that goes down toilets.
Okay.
And I just can't imagine that fish would be a problem. I used to have a family member that worked at a water treatment facility. He told me a lot of stories about some things that came through that, and it was never fish. It was never fish that came through. But I'm not going to tell the stories because, ew, but yeah. Body parts. I mean, yeah, all kinds of stories that he told me. And he worked at a facility in Washington, D.C., so a lot of shenanigans going down toilets in Washington, D.C.
I don't know what body part you can flush in a toilet.
Let's move on, shall we? Because
I think I can actually, wow.
Do you remember the Lorena Bobbitt
I was
story?
going to say, was it Lorena Bobbitt?
He did find one that he thought that's what it was, but it's not like he picked it up and examined it.
Wow.
But anyway, so let's move on because the number one, that got weird real fast, and it's my fault. I take responsibility. The number one voted on category, and it kind of does surprise me because I thought flushing it down the toilet was going to be the number one thing because most fish that are in this hobby are smaller, particularly now. 5 years ago, maybe not as much, but now the smaller fish, community fish, they've always been popular, but they're on a definite high right now. I would have thought the number one answer would have been flush it, but the number one answer was I have an all-out memorial service and bury my fish.
Aww.
Which I think is, the only word I can use to describe that is adorable.
I did it. Remember with Pip?
I do. And I can totally understand it. I personally, right now, at this point, would not do that. And it's not because I don't care. It's not because it doesn't matter to me. It's because I've been doing this for a long time. I've killed a lot of fish. I've never done it intentionally, but I have made mistakes. I've killed fish. I've had them die of old age. I've had them jump out of tanks. Everything you can imagine. And don't forget, we bred fish. We had thousands of fish in our hatchery going. We had thousands of fish at the store because there was a lot of fish that you didn't even see because they were in the warehouse area in 150 20-gallon tanks.
Some would be dead on arrival.
Yeah, I mean,
that wasn't too often, but it did happen. That happens.
When you order 600 fish from a distributor, not all of them are going to be alive. I mean, and you got to dispose of the fish. So what I'm saying is, this is not something that we have not had plenty of experience with. Whether it's our fault or not, it doesn't matter. This is not something that, we are unfamiliar with. And I guess you could say that it has gotten to a point where maybe I am desensitized to it. There are certain fish, bubbles, for example.
Oh, don't go there.
Well, I'm not trying to say I want it to that'd be ridiculous, but that will be a really big one.
I try so hard with him too, but Bubbles is a difficult fish because he was never really healthy from the beginning. So it's like not just the fact that he's blind, he's just had issues since I've had him, and I've done everything I can. I mean, I water change him like 3 times a week. I do everything I can with him, but I do worry about Bubbles. But he eats. I make sure he eats. He is as active as a blind beta would be, but I feel like his time isn't going to be the same as a regular beta. Like, I don't even know how old he is. He was a full-grown beta when I got him. Must have had Popeye or something, that caused that, or maybe he was born that way. But if he was born that way, I don't know how he got his food for so long. Like, I really don't know how he survived to become an adult beta. So I do worry about him. So, I mean, all I can do is keep doing what I'm doing.
Ray Charles was an old man when he died. And I know we're talking humans, fish.
Nobody hand-fed Ray Charles, though. Like,
well, they didn't have to. But I'm saying, like, being blind isn't something that's going to make him die early, especially with as good of care as you get.
And I've rescaped his tank, so he has he's got stuff. He's good.
That one's going to bother me when that happens. And I, of course, all of them bother me. It's not like I'm, just a horrible, but they don't bother me as much as somebody who's maybe keeping fish for 3-4 years and haven't had the experience that I've had with that. I don't like it, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. And with everything that we have going on, I really I can't see allocating the time to go and do a big funeral for a fish. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not something that I could do right now. Probably just got 18 dislikes from saying that, but it's just not something that I could see myself doing right now. But I totally understand why people would.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. These are pets. They're not just decorations. And when something like that happens, particularly, like Scott's going to bother me whenever that happens. It's going to be a long time, but that's going to bother, because Scott and I, we talk a lot. I have a lot of good conversations with Scott.
I know.
And so that one's going to bother me. But I was going to go through and I was going to read a lot of the comments that were on this poll, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't want to come across as being insensitive to anybody. That's not where I want to go with that. But there are a lot of people in this. 389 comments were put on this poll. And a lot of them were explaining their process, and I respect their process. So I don't want to read it and then have it come across like I'm making fun of those people, because that's not at all something that I would do. But yeah, it's there's a whole world out there of people that handle things in a different way. We've got people that is described, saying prayers and having full-blown services and headstones and things. I mean, you know what? I get it. If it's like a cardinal tetra, I can't imagine doing something like that personally, but there could be somebody out there right now that has a cardinal tetra that is the most precious thing in the world to them. Right. And so for them to do that, I completely get it. And I totally and completely understand the attachment that we have to animals. So would not try to insult anyone when it comes to that. So let's get back to this, because we are very, very much behind. Let me get a little bit caught up here if we can. Marquez Alves became a member. Tim Carter also became a member. Welcome to the team, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Lefty3213A is going to, or he's here now, and he's going to be here next week.
Yes.
I was an idiot.
As a member. That's right. Yes.
I messaged him because I was like trying to get a hold of the calendar and everything. And I messaged him the other day and I asked him if he would be available this particular day. And he said yes. And then he verified that day and I said yes. And then you had to tell me, dummy, you got your dates mixed up. I had the dates all mixed up.
I said idiot.
Idiot, dummy, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm both of those things. But October 1st, I think, is the actual date. He will be here, not on this stream, but on the members only stream. So
Right.
Looking forward to that, Lefty. Matthew Meyer with the $5, nothing attached to it, which makes it very easy for me to just say thank you so much. You are very much appreciated. Thank you for hanging in with all of this
Right.
nonsense that's happened with us today. Rob Pinkman with the $5. I'd like to buy a Shark 800. Any idea on when they will be back in stock? I hope I've answered that question for you already. If you did not hear me, Rob, I think like 13 orders have come in since we started talking here tonight. If you are one of those people, Rob, that went in and ordered one, please understand they will not ship out till probably next Tuesday because they're coming Monday. But I decided to put them on the website for pre-order. So it says it in the description of that product. So hopefully anybody that ordered one saw that, or maybe they saw me say that here tonight. So Tom Pitsley with the $5. All right, John, off with the shirt. Pull your knobs out. Yeah, that was the one that I did out of order. Yeah, it's not happening. But I can tell you something, and you can figure it out on your own if you want, because I'm not going to make an announcement about it. I already made that mistake once. The big lifestyle change happening for me as of next week. And it's going to give me a whole lot more time to focus on me. And I'll be able to drop that 40 Corona pounds. And I'm blaming it on Corona because that's easy to do. And then maybe I'll do the Matthew McConaughey stream. But not now. You don't want to see that, trust me. Grumpy Mike's Fish with the $2 cute kitty cat. Thank you so much for that. I think Grumpy Mike has been on all 5 of our streams tonight.
Yeah.
Catwoman VA.
Oh, I like that name.
Catwoman, and I'm assuming lives in Virginia.
Oh, I love that name.
Is it a crazy cat lady like you, or is it a fan of Selena Kyle? Catwoman
who's
on the
Selena
Batman show.
Kyle?
Batman, Selena Kyle.
I don't watch that. Oops.
Catwoman's a big superhero. One of the worst movies ever made. The
I know
one
who
with what's her name, Halle
Catwoman
Berry.
is, but didn't Halle Berry play
She did.
Catwoman?
So did Michelle Pfeiffer. So did
yeah.
Anne Hathaway. But yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, I think it's probably a crazy cat lady like you.
I love it.
So yeah, welcome to the team. And there's quite a few funny cat videos that are members only videos. Some of them not funny. Some wasn't it? I don't know.
What?
Didn't you do some videos of the cat? Or no, that was on your channel.
Yeah, that's my channel. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
that's
talking
right.
about?
My
I've
bad.
never. Well, I don't think I've ever put. No, I haven't.
Well, yeah, there I go again. Eric Furlow with the $5. Let's all take a moment to show some appreciation to John and Lisa for putting such great... I can't see the whole
Aw.
thing. Let me scroll over here. Putting out such great content every week. Thank you, Eric. Why do you
Thank
spoil
you.
us so
Yeah.
much? That's very nice of you. Lefty3213A with the $1.99 tired coffee cup. His name keeps popping up in this super chat window. This guy's crazy. Matt or Apollo again with the $10. 29-gallon breeder. 7th time they have spawned. Clyde, my male breeder. I emailed you a video once. Only 2 in the take besides a small pleco. He literally was normal when I left on Wednesday.
That's about the angel that passed. And I answered saying that I thought it could have been because of a breeding situation.
Yeah, you know what? And it's a daggone shame that we get so caught up in all these things that people have to pay us money to say these things. But yeah, sorry, Matt. I was a little confused there. Listen.
It could have been old age.
It could have been anything. I mean, and again, this might have something to do with my desensitization from doing this so long and having a fish store and a hatchery and all this kind of stuff. But sometimes you just have to say, well, I did my best and it just didn't work out. Sometimes it happens and it sucks and it's terrible and I feel bad, but there's a real good chance you will never know what killed that fish, because fish have things like we do. I mean, I don't know that they have strokes, but you know, a stroke, you can be alive 1 minute and the next you're on the ground dead. A human being, there's things like that with fish too, that they can just boop, drop dead out of nowhere. And there's nothing you could have done to stop it. There's nothing you can do to figure out why it happened. So unfortunately, it's one of the things that we deal with in this hobby, and it sucks. But anyway, sometimes the scenarios like that are easier to deal with, though, than when you know you could have done something about it.
Yeah.
Like put the lid back on your arowana tank, you know? Lefty321 again with a heart. Can you just take the numbers off? Can you just have your name be Lefty? Why not? What's wrong with that? Because the 3213A is too annoying. It's just too much.
Wow, that's rude.
That's like Boogie 2998 or whatever that guy's name is. It's just too much. Just get the numbers off of there. I'm going to need to know next week when we talk.
That's like telling someone to change their signature. Really?
I'm going to need to know when we talk next week. Don't you dare send us a super chat and explain this. I'm going to need you to explain this when you're on the members stream next week, what the 3213A is. Why isn't it B? You know, I'm going to need to know. Fish Tank Barn with the $3 from an hour ago. Thank you, Mike. Fist bump pair. He's adorable. Thank you, Mike. Not talking about ice cream anymore, Mike. I guess it's because we're not doing events anymore. And that makes me sad.
At least not this year, right?
I mean, Aquashella is still on the schedule. I talked to Sean a couple weeks ago. I said, hey, what's going on with this thing? I need to know if I need to make plans. And he said, so far, we're still on for October and December. I don't know. Is it December? Halloween is one of them. Dallas, I think. And then I think Chicago is in early December, I think. Isn't it? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to find out if that still happens. And if it does happen, what's it going to be like? Like everybody has to walk through in a line 6 feet apart
Wearing
or something?
a mask.
I mean, wearing masks? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to be. It's going to suck for YouTubers because
Candy
the whole...
said nope, canceled.
Oh, did it get canceled? Aquashella canceled for 2020. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I mean, as of a couple of weeks ago, Sean told me, again, he didn't say, yes, we're still doing it, but he said, as far as I know, things still look good. Sean being one of the owners of it. That wasn't me trying to name drop. I mean, it's Sean Hale. Everybody knows who Sean is. That sucks. I mean, it's unfortunate. Maybe next year.
We weren't going to go anyway.
I might have gone.
No, I was pretty sure you said you weren't going either. Because we talked.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I still wanted to go.
At least this year, that was the point, was because you couldn't like do selfies and do stuff like that. It wouldn't have been as fun.
That is the thing. I mean, when you, for me, going to those events, I'm going to be honest with you right here, okay? If it wasn't for being a YouTuber and getting to meet the people, the other YouTubers and the subscribers and the viewers and the fans and all of this, whatever you want to call them, I would be in and out of an event like that in about 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's not because the events aren't good. They are very good. But I'm somebody, I don't like to linger around and just look at things.
I do.
I know. And that's why we're so different.
I love that about like the aquatic experience, because I would go around and look multiple times because I was worried I missed something the first time. And that's what I do. You're over there with talking to other YouTubers and doing all that. I'm like focused. I want to look at all this.
The funny thing is I always regret it. That's the thing. Like I can take a spin around and I'll look at everything and I'll be like, that's cool. I like that. Those stingrays are amazing. That's neat. But then I'm good. I don't have to go around again. But then I'll leave and I'm like, man, I wish I would have spent more time looking around, browsing. People will say, did you see this? Did you see that? And I'm like, nope, because I was in a hurry because I'm stupid. So I was looking forward to this time, spending more time just casually walking around. But yeah, it didn't happen. So what are you going to do?
And I like the drawings. I love the drawings.
If you like the drawings, then you got to go to an Aquashella because there's all kinds of that.
Yeah, but it's not the same. We wouldn't be able to just drive it back because you know I'm going to win.
Oh, drawings like you're going to win fish tanks. Okay, I thought you meant drawings like art.
Because I put a lot into them because I want to win.
She does. And you win every time.
And it's fun.
I thought you meant art. Like, cause,
I like art too.
The Aquashella is very much around
I like
the
art
art.
too.
So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's sad news to hear that they've officially canceled it. But to be honest, I kind of felt like they were going to anyway. I mean,
well, if you can't have it 100% and get that 100%, like normal, excuse my language, then why half-ass it? You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
It's like have a good.
I understand them desperately wanting to do it. I mean, Sean and George put a lot of money into putting these things together, so I understand wanting to do it.
There.
But yeah, like I was saying, I could be in and out of those places pretty quick. But I stay for the fans. I don't like calling them fans, but that's what I stay for. Communicate visiting with the other YouTubers and hanging out and breaking balls and doing all of that and then meeting the subscribers. And it's a wonderful thing.
I like afterwards and going out to eat and hanging out.
Oh yeah,
with
absolutely.
people.
It's a blast.
That's my favorite.
And if you can't do that,
outside of that,
that's the thing. Like if we can't do that, if we can't spend time meeting the people, there's really no reason for us to go. And that's just me being honest. I love the events. The events are amazing. But they're on the complete opposite side of the country from us. We go there to be a part of the whole YouTube deal. And that's whether it's Aquashella or the Aquatic Experience or whatever. That's what we go there for. It doesn't matter which one it is. The Aquatic Experience isn't all the way across the country, but it doesn't even exist anymore. But that's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm sad that it's canceled. But you know what? Next year will just be bigger and better because people missed it.
Everybody's going to be ready. Gosh, everybody's going to be ready. This year, it's been difficult because that's fun stuff.
And I can guarantee this. This is a guarantee, okay? If there are both Aquashellas next year and they're normal, like we can go there, we can shake hands, we can do all of that, I guarantee we will be at one of them. I don't know which one it would be. Because they put them so close together. It's like they're a month apart. It's like I'm not going to fly to Dallas and then 3 weeks later fly to Chicago. So, but I guarantee we'll be at one of them. And so, yeah, there you go. Which one is it going to be? I don't know, but we'll be there. Bonnie, wait a minute. I skipped somebody. Manny Fernando with the $10 Australian, I believe, and no text attached to it. Thank you so much for that. It's very, very generous of you. Bonnie Eden with the $5. Hey, you guys. Sounds like sloth. Hey, you guys. What are you going to dress up for Halloween?
Wait.
Steve Austin, of course.
No, you're going to be me. I'm going to be you.
Are we going to do that again? That was fun last year.
That was my idea, too.
That was fun. I kept going like this, and that's kind of inappropriate. But, yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night.
I was really loving that bald cap and the bushy eyebrows and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
I don't have bushy eyebrows. How dare you?
But, I made you have bushy eyebrows. It was fun.
That was a lot of fun. We'll do something fun. Who knows? But we streamed. It was actually Halloween night, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yes, it was.
And it's not going to be Halloween night this time, so I don't know.
It'll be close enough because is it Friday this year?
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, who knows? Nothing is normal anymore. So, but we'll do something fun. I mean, I don't know what it would be, but I'd like to dress up as the Mandalorian and then just be able to just sit here and the whole time just say, this is the way. That'd be fun to do that. Adam Brown with the $5. Love the new website. Good job, John. Thank you. And you know what? I take credit for that. Usually I can be like, no, it's not me, it's us. Nope, not with the website. All me, 100% me.
It was definitely all you. I wasn't even in the same state.
That's true. That's very true. But yeah, thank you, Adam. That means a lot. Mattman B, since you renamed your website to Keep Fish Keeping, are you going to change your new YouTube name to that as well? No. Thank you for the $5. I considered it. I don't think it would hurt, but I also don't think it would help. So would I like to have the same name as the website? Of course I would. Would I like to have kgtropicals.com back? Of course I would. But some asshole is holding it hostage for $2,500. And I will not pay $2,500 for a couple of letters. I won't do it. Yeah. Especially when the response that we've received on the website has been absolutely overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So the new website, the new domain name is worth it. And I apologize for cursing, but obviously this is something that bothers me.
I said the same word a few minutes ago without the whole.
When you add the whole, it takes it to another level, though.
That's true.
And, you can say the one without the whole on TV, but you can't say it with the whole. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha. It makes it a whole nother word.
A whole nother one.
Yeah.
I will not do it simply based on principle. The new site is working. People are responding to it, and it's wonderful. And so we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So we don't need that name.
I still want it back.
I tried to message, because it's not public information who owns it, and I don't care who owns it. Whoever that poacher is,
jerks.
that a-hole. I don't care who it is. I tried to message that person, and I said, look, nobody else is going to be interested in this website. I own KG Tropicals. It's me, and it's only me, us. Nobody wants that name, so nobody else is going to be interested in buying this, and there certainly isn't going to be anybody that's going to pay $2,500. I'll give you $250 right now. Done. That's it. And the message didn't go through. So I don't know. I mean, I think I have to actually go through like GoDaddy and all of this nonsense, and I just don't care enough. If we were constantly getting bombarded by people saying, I keep going to kgtropicals.com and nothing's popping up, I can't find your website. If that was happening, then I would consider spending that money. But it's not happening. People are going to keepfishkeeping.com and they're enjoying it and they're supporting us and they're getting really good products at the same time. Everybody's winning with this new site. It's not necessary to do that. So that's my long-winded way of answering your question, Mattman B. If I could have KG Tropicals back, I would love to have it back. I would do that before I would change the YouTube channel name. I hope that makes sense. I would love to have them both the same, but I just don't know how we would benefit by changing the YouTube channel name. I don't know that we would. So we are KG Tropicals, and we own keepfishkeeping.com. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yep.
So that's that. Stephen P. 2003 with the $5. Thanks for waiting for me before starting. Running a little late tonight. Yeah, we were waiting for you. I mean, but people got impatient, so we just had to start. But yeah, we were definitely waiting for you. Lefty again with all those numbers and the $2. Yay, Hikari. Apparently he is a Hikari fan.
He does like Hikari.
And that was from an hour ago. Sorry, Lefty. Again, looking forward to talking to you next week. Cajun Aquatics with the $5. We have 2 planted aquariums. What are your thoughts on using Easy Carbon from Aquarium Co-op in with root tabs and Easy Green?
Oh, well, I use root tabs and Easy Green. Works really good. The carbon, I don't know a lot about, so I can't give you any kind of I just can't give you anything. But the Easy Green and the tablets, yeah, I love them. I use them in all my tanks.
You planted some of those little green pills the other day.
I even planted some today.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good stuff.
One thing I know for certain, folks, I'm going to break a little news here to you. Okay. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I do not benefit from this whatsoever other than supporting my friend. Corey would not put out a product if it was not a good product. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about Easy Carbon. I don't know anything about Easy Iron. I don't even know why you would use either one of those two things.
I use
because
Easy Iron too.
I'm not a planted tank person. I enjoy planted tanks, but I don't do them myself. So I don't know what those products are for. But I do know that if Corey puts it out, it's a good product, period. So that's not me just being supportive of my friend. That's me knowing him and knowing how he does things. He probably spent 3 years developing those products. I mean, who puts that kind of time into something and have it be trash? Cesar Martinez became a new member. Welcome to the team. Lefty again. OMG, the website looks freaking amazing, John. Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. These people like Lefty are just, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money. I don't understand it, but that means a lot. Thank you very much. Catwoman again, 6 weeks in on my first tank, 55-gallon tropical community since helping with a 75-gallon marine long ago. Just discovered you and been binging ever since first live stream. Cool. It was probably even cooler to find out we live in the same state because that's cool.
That's awesome.
And you should become a YouTube friend of ours because we don't have any YouTube friends that live within driving distance of us. That just got weird and I didn't mean it to. But Aquarium's maintained by Andy with the $2. I'll have to check Dexter out. Yeah. Did Dexter show up in the chat? You know, I mean, I put the shout out for him. Did he show up? That would be able to show if I'm big time, if we are big time or not. If we simply say, hey, Dexter, show up in our stream, and he does, like in the chat, that would be a big deal. But I don't think it happened because I think I would know if a big time superstar like him showed up. I don't want to spend much more time talking about Dexter, but if you don't know Dexter's World, what an amazing channel. You should check it out. It's not only fish, and when he does talk about fish, it's mostly betas and goldfish. But I love all animals, and he talks about a lot of animals. So, and he's just an amazing human being. Never met him. He doesn't know me, but I think he's a really cool channel and a really good guy. Matt or Apollo again with the Black Cat $1.49. That must have been when we were talking about Halloween. And then he came through again with another $1 or nothing. Just here's more money, which is still so crazy to me. Your favorite noob Che with the $5. Oh, and it skipped. Of course it did. Where did it? Oh, wow. We are so backed up. Is this for real?
What?
I'm scrolling here. I can't find it. Can't wait to set up my shark filter. Thanks for the helpful video on your website. Awesome. Yeah. Still, I think my favorite thumbnail that I've ever done. Not the best, but I still think it's my favorite. And it's very sad to me that we haven't gotten many more compliments, or not compliments, but comments about it. I don't think people make the connection between Lion King and I don't know. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you liked that. Gonna do another video about that filter in the distant future, kind of a pimp my filter kind of thing. So be on the lookout for that. But it's gonna be a while when the newness of it dies down. Critter Mom with the $5. Hey, John and Lisa, I finally got 2 baby Oscars. Yay.
Oh, cute.
Thanks for all your videos so I could do it right. Now I need an Oscar shirt. Oh, excuse me. I know where you can get one, and I know it's a really, really cool shirt, but definitely if you go to the site and look at it, make sure you look at the picture number 2 and see what's on the back because...
yeah, sort of like last Friday, I was wearing the Oscar shirt, and I was doing stuff in the fish room and had to run out and get something, and I was wearing the shirt, and I felt kind of awkward wearing it because it had that on the back. But what was worse was when I got back, John's sister and brother-in-law was here, and they're pastors. So I was a little... Yeah, embarrassed.
and the funny thing about it, my sister, she's probably not she doesn't watch live, but she watches our streams on Saturdays, and she's probably not going to make it all the way to this part, but she was just talking all about our streams, and she wants us to come down and help her set up a tank. She doesn't live local. She lives about 3 hours away. We are going to do that. We're going to film it. It's going to be a blast. And she was asking me, like, you know, she's got some grandchildren. She's my older sister. And she said, your niece, I don't want to give names, your niece called and asked me if your content is appropriate for her children to watch.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, of course it is.
Except tonight.
It's not made for kids, but you know, we don't curse. I mean, I said a word earlier, but it's 10:30 at night, you know. But we don't go farther than that. I mean, you can hear that on Hell's Kitchen. You can hear that word, and you can hear it on primetime TV. But I said, yeah, it's definitely family friendly. It's no problem. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I saw that shirt. I was
Right.
like, okay, that has to do with something I said in a video, but I didn't even say it. I bleeped it out. You know, it's not even really. And she's like, oh, okay. So yeah, safe for her grandchildren to watch for sure. This is interesting because the channel name is the letter S. It's just S.
Yes.
And S paid us $5.
Oh, thank you.
And
S.
said nothing else, not even one letter. So that's the shortest, it has to be the shortest name in all of YouTube. S. Thank you, S. Appreciate that. Caleb Lester, another one with $1 super chat, nothing attached to it. Just wanted to hear the name, right? Mike C with the $5. I've got a 36-gallon with 6 2-inch cichlids, a penguin 200, and a shark 600. Woo! Water is white cloudy. Had the fish 2 weeks, more water changes, or leave it alone. There are a lot of things that could cause white cloudy water. It could be an algae bloom, could be a bacterial bloom.
Sure.
It could be the cycle is happening. I've noticed sometimes when the ammonia is really high, the water can get that gray, milky, cloudy part. So I would be testing the water to see what your ammonia, nitrite not as much, but ammonia and nitrite are. If they are high, keep doing your water changes. Water only. Don't disturb the gravel. Let that bacteria grow. Water only. Doing water changes, using water conditioners that have ammonia removers in them, like Prime, like Fritz Complete. Fritz. Keepfishkeeping.com. You can buy some of that. Those will help keep the ammonia at bay while you get through that. And then, water changes. If that doesn't clear it up, if it is a algae bloom, then, you know, the water changes, and an algae product could help that. Algae products, even though we sell algae products, it's one of those last resort kind of things to me. It's like you've tried everything else and it just hasn't worked, and you know that's what it is. Put that in there. 5 minutes later, your tank looks perfect. So, you know.
I don't like to use it with a full tank. Like anytime I ever do some kind of an algae treatment, I take the water like halfway down, and I put the amount that you're supposed to put in for the full tank in it while it's only halfway, but I'm not trying to kill the fish either. So I start adding water at that point, but slowly, really slowly. So, you know, you're still getting the oxygen, because a lot of the algae fix type stuff will take the oxygen out. So the whole point of me taking it down halfway is so that it kind of knocks that algae out real quick. And if I'm adding the water at the same time, I'm adding what's being taken out. So it's always helped, and
it's worked every time you've done that.
And I've never lost a fish. It has always been 100% okay.
Yep.
And it's worked.
It's worked like a champ every time. You did that in that tank back there.
Yeah.
Just a couple of weeks ago.
No. It was like 3 months ago.
It was not 3 months ago.
It was 3 months ago.
It was recent.
It was not recent.
Tom Pitsley with the $5. 25 gallons, 6 coolie loaches, 2 dwarf frogs, 1 crown tail male. Can I add about 10 green tetra or green rasboras, or will it be overstocked? 25 gallon. The 6 coolie loaches, I mean, they're little worms. They're not really going to produce all that much. I'm not familiar with how much waste the frogs will put into the tank. The crown tail, I mean, in a 25 gallon tank, that's not going to do much. You know what? I think it could be done. I think you're pushing it a little bit. Why don't you try 6? I'd feel better with putting 6 of the green tetras in there. That should work. Keep up with your maintenance. Make sure you keep that water clean. Don't fall behind on that. And yeah, you'll be good to go. Keith Lynn, I hope I'm saying your name right. Maine 72. Come on over here, Kat. With the $5. This is a tip for your crazy, insanely fast shipping on my order from you this week. You guys rock, and the Sea Chase Shark 600 is amazing. Thank you. I love hearing that because, first of all, we work very hard to make sure we get stuff out as quick as possible, but also the shippers are doing a good job because in today's time, you never really know. You ship something out, you don't know if it's going to get delayed and stuff like that. So I'm really glad that you were happy. I'm glad you love the filter, and I am glad that the Postal Service did their job properly. So thank you so much for that. Phil Bohm with the $2. Love you guys. Keep fish keeping, by the way. We love you too. Thank you very much. We're going to have to go through these kind of quick because I don't know if James is streaming right now, but I don't want to take up too much of his time, even though it's not our fault. Waddles and Wolves again with the $5. Plan on getting a pair of wild betas, male and female. Should I go rubra or what's that word? Smaradina? You know more about wild betas than I do.
I don't know a lot about wild betas, and I'm not going to pretend that I do.
Yeah, that's definitely not our expertise at all. When it comes to the wild betas, I'm not 100% sure what those are, if I'm being honest with you. Shame on me, but we deal with all domesticated stuff pretty much, and so the wild stuff, we're not even all that familiar with those. So, Catwoman VA with the $2. That was really embarrassing, and that's why I hate Q&A. Catwoman again with the $2. Batman 1966 movie. Lee Merriweather, a.k.a. Miss Kitka. Well, that explains it. A 1966 movie. I don't remember a Batman 66 movie. I'll have to find out. It was a little before my time, but Jack Kawamoto with the $6.68. Very unique number there. Nothing with it. Just here's my money. Kaler's Aquatics with the $9. Julie Newmar is Catwoman. Well, I'm talking about in my lifetime, the actresses that have played Catwoman. But yes, I do. Julie Newmar was from the show, right? From the Adam West show, right? I think. I don't know. I did watch that show. I loved that show. I'm sweating like a hog. Elquina Silverwing. I'm not saying that right. With the $5. Thank you to Lisa for your help with my beta Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. Yeah, I remember. Yes, we messaged this week back and forth. We emailed each other.
Good.
So.
Lisa V with the $5. Hey, how long do betas live? I have a beta that I think is almost 3, and he's been very inactive and just hangs at the top. I know you want to answer this, but I have heard stories of betas at 7 years old.
That is, that's like saying a person can live to be 100, because so many people out there, you know, well, I'm not going to say so many, but some people can live to be 100, some 80, some 70.
And some drop at 40.
Or younger, unfortunately. Yep. So I would say the average age, if you're doing the right thing, would be 5-ish, you know. I would say 5. If you're doing a good job with your beta, 5. That's not saying that if your beta only lived to be 3, that you did something wrong. I mean, if you got a full-grown adult beta, you don't know how old that beta really is. It could have been a year old when you bought it. So it's really hard to put a life expectancy on every single fish.
That's one of the benefits of actually buying
Them as
buying them
babies.
from a breeder.
Yeah.
Or if you buy them as babies, yeah. I mean, depending on who you're buying them from, if you're able to know a little bit about it, odds are, unless your local fish store is buying betas from a breeder, they're going to have no idea how old they are. They're going to look at it and they're like, well, it could be 3 months old, could be a year and a half old. You know, they're not really going to know. Betas grow very, very fast when they're small. So it's hard to know for sure how old the fish is that you're buying. But if you buy them from a breeder, they could say, yeah, these are 4 months old. And then you know.
Awesome. Carling answered the question about the wild betas.
Oh, good. Somebody that
Thank you,
actually knows
Carling.
about wild betas.
Well, she got hers from Taylor, Simply Beta. So, yeah. She knows what she's doing.
We got to get through these. Matt or Apollo with the $20. Thank you. Bonnie and Clyde were my first angels and my first breeders. Only angel I had that would rub my hand when I put my hand in the tank. That's sweet.
Oh, that is sweet.
And $20. Good. And then he comes up with another $10. Are you a rich person, Matt? Good grief. Thank you, Lisa and John. God bless you both. Wow. Thank you for your unbelievable support. I don't even know what we've done to make this person want to throw so much money at us. It's crazy.
Aww.
Fishy Biz, there he is. Drew, haven't heard from him in a long time. Haven't had the opportunity to bust on him very much. Drew, you're probably not still here, but if you are, I got her last weekend to sit through the entire movie, Menace to Society.
That was a good movie.
I
didn't expect the end to
yeah,
end
spoiler
that way.
alert, the end is pretty sad.
I was like, supposed to be happy, I thought.
I think I was like 20 the first time I watched that movie, and I think I might have cried a little at the end. Not sure. When I thought maybe I was a little choked up at the end of that movie, but I've seen that movie so many times that what you say about my mama? But yeah, anyway. So Drew, thank you for coming by. Kaler's Aquatics again with the $5. John, let me know which Aquashella you're attending so I can fanboy. Yeah, I mean, perfect world, we would go to both. And maybe we will. But, let me put it to you this way. I definitely want to go to the Big Fish deal if they do that. Because, I feel bad about last year. And we really wanted to go to that. So I definitely want to go to that. And other than that, there's the Aquashellas. I mean, the OCA, maybe, in Ohio. That's a pretty big one. The ACA, who knows? I mean, because there's no aquatic experience, because they didn't know how to put on a show and it failed.
I loved it. They put on a great show. I thought they did wonderful. I want aquatic experience back.
I do too. Absolutely.
I think we should have like some kind of a something.
If they could, I want it to come back to, and I think it could do extremely well. Just a few little tweaks. And you know what's interesting? I wasn't a part of it, but they were asking YouTubers at the event last year, what can we do to improve this? Like, what can we do? What are your ideas? And I know Rob was talking to him a lot. Rob from Flip Aquatics. JH was talking to him a lot. Jason from Primetime was talking to him a lot. I wasn't a part of that conversation because I just wasn't there at the time. So they were trying, but it just didn't work out. So, and it's a shame, but there you go. I didn't even read Fishy Business, by the way. He said the J and L show, What's Crackin', Aquashella canceled. No. Yeah, that's where I met Drew. And it's a shame. And here we go again. This is out of control. We're going to be here all night. This is absolutely absurd. But definitely, Bob, of course, I'll let you know which one we're going to go to. And, hopefully both, but who knows?
I want to go to Tennessee just to meet Bob and go to the Ark.
There's a lot of people that live in Tennessee.
I know, but I'm saying not just for fish stuff. I want to go down there so that I can visit him and see the shelter and do all that because I really like what they do.
We're already 20 minutes over, and we got a lot of work left to do here. So I agree. I would like to go there too. And we can drive there. That's no problem. Monday O'Reilly with the $2. You two could be Karen and Steve for Halloween. That's an idea.
Oh.
And that's a costume that takes me 20 seconds to put on.
Lucky. I have to tease my hair and use Aquanet.
What would be a lot of fun is to figure out a way to not only dress as them, but be in character the entire hour and a half. That would be a lot of fun.
So I can like...
be a total jerk and I can play a dummy.
Yeah. I
It's
think
perfect.
That's great. Well, I had to pretend I was you last year.
A dummy? Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're used to
And
that.
I let you talk. Finally, Lisa got to talk.
Lisa did a lot of talking that night.
Yeah.
Her voice was a little gravelly that night, though. Samantha Price with the $5. I'm new to fish keeping, binging your videos, and searched for keep fish keeping first, and had to go back, figure out it was the other name, Happy Change. And searched for first, had to go back out. Let me see. Searched for keep fish keeping first, and had to go back, figure out it was the other name, Happy Change. I can't make sense of that, but I'm glad you found it. That is really, really cool. I'm not really understanding that. Maybe it's just me because it's late and it's been a long night, but I'm glad you were able to find it. And yeah, I mean, it's not as no-brainer as cagedtropicals.com. If I can get a hold of that person and get them to take a tenth of what they're asking for, I'll get Caged Tropicals back. But we're not going to change the name back. The two will be there. That you can get to that website either way is the way we would do it. But I think we'll be all right just keep fish keeping.
Yep.
Lisa V with the $5. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And a whole bunch of hearts. Thank you so much
thank you.
for that. Catwoman again. Hampton Roads here. Any favorite stores around here? What used to be one of our favorite stores that is unfortunately no longer with us. It was called Animal Jungle, and it's
They
amazing.
reopened.
What is it? Jungle something now? I think we haven't been there though. So, or at least I haven't. You've been there.
No, I chose the other store.
Oh. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have any recommendations for you there, but
I wish I could remember the name of the store I went to.
I think the one that's owned by the guy that used to own Animal Jungle is still Jungle something.
Jungle Aquatics.
Is that what it is?
I
Okay.
think it's Jungle Aquatics.
Yep. And the Animal Jungle was amazing. It was like going to a zoo. I love that store. And so if that one's anything like that, you'll be happy there. Charlie 7842 with the $2 for some kitty pets.
Oh, yay.
Nathaniel's Barber Shop with the $20 You Are Amazing pair. Good grief. Thank you so much for that. Wow, these people are spoiling us tonight. D-Max with the Canadian $21. Wish I could get the Oscar shirt in Canada. Should I put the Oscar shirt on Teespring? I don't know. Maybe I should. They might not let me because
Oh, that's true.
but it is censored. It's not like the word is there, but we do have the Bubbles shirt on Teespring. It's a little bit different than the one that we sell on our website, but it's there for my friends overseas that can't get it from us.
Yep.
D-Max is not overseas, but you know what I mean, over the border. Tiffany I with the $5. Hiya, kitty cat. Lots of kitty cat stuff going on tonight. Hiya, back to you.
Aw, honey.
Tom Anderson with the $5. I'm moving 30 SM small to medium-sized Imbunas from Florida to New York in a few months. Do you think all of them in decent-sized cooler would be okay for the 2-day drive? They would. I would definitely have some air in there for 2 days.
Yeah,
I would definitely
that's
get you a
awesome.
battery-operated air pump. You can get one from us or you can buy them from anywhere. I would definitely get a battery-operated pump for that or a USB pump, Aquarium Co-op. Definitely get some air moving in there, even if it's just in spurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let it run in there for an hour and then turn it off for a couple hours. I would do that. And I would definitely pay attention to temperature.
Definitely.
Because I'm sorry, my friend, Tom, but you're moving from warm to butt cold.
Yes.
So especially if you're going to be doing it in a few months, my friend, you're going to be in for a culture shock. Or not a culture shock, probably a culture shock too, but a weather shock you are going to be in for. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to temperature. Once you cross that border of Florida into Georgia and you start coming up north, it's going to start getting real cold. So pay attention to that. I'm sure they'll be in your car, not in the bed of your truck. But yeah, pay attention to that. Chelsea Morales with the $2. My beta, Dora, and my snail, Botitas. Thank you, guys. Botitas?
That's cute.
I think that Botitas, I hope I'm saying that name right. They're thanking us. Thank you so much for that. Whatever we did, you are welcome.
Yes.
Chad Kratz, there's a name we know with the $5. Shut up and take my money.
Aww.
Hopefully we have some Futurama fans in attendance. Thanks for the community building y'all do. That had to do with the gecko's name, right? Wasn't that a Futurama thing?
Gecko.
Buffalo Photo with the $5. Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt were Catwoman in the Adam West series. Oh. Thank you. See, Eartha Kitt definitely sounds familiar too. So yeah, I wasn't even an itch in my father's. Never mind.
Wow.
In the 1960s.
Wow.
I was born in 74, and Lisa was not born in 74. So you think I'm going to tell you when she was born? Come on, I'm not dumb. 1997, right? Kaler's Aquatics again with the $5 to clear it up again. Julie Newmar was on the Adam West show. She's still living and is still a beautiful lady.
Aww.
She's on YouTube.
Wow.
I'll have to check that out. That movie, was it Tu Wong Fu? Something Julie Newmar? The movie where Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and I think it was John Leguizamo were yeah, it was a good movie. It was funny.
Remember that.
A Patrick Swayze movie that you don't know about. They were, I don't think they were transvestites. I think they were cross-dressers.
I know what you're talking about, and I did not watch that movie.
Yeah, like drag queens, but I don't.
I thought it was that other guy that was in it. The one that played.
I'm pretty sure it was Patrick Swayze, John
Big
Leguizamo.
Trouble in Little China, that guy. What was his name? He's married to Goldie Hawn. Or
Kurt Russell, but no, he's not. It's Patrick Swayze.
I thought it was that guy that was.
No, I'm 100% certain it's Patrick Swayze. And I think that movie is Thanks for Something Julie Newmar. Is like, it's a really long title for that movie. Somebody will probably pay us $5 to tell us the name of that movie, which is crazy how that works. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying that's what seems to happen. Bonnie Eden, my beta with the $5. My beta is in a 10-gallon, but he hates any fish or snails. Oh. He's alone now, but loves me to pet him. What snail can I use?
I use the Nereid snails, and
mystery snails are big enough to where.
Yeah, I mean, none of my betas have killed any snails, so I'm lucky with that.
But you know what? If the beta doesn't want anything else in the tank with him, just leave him in there by himself.
And make sure it's a big snail. You know, you don't want to put a too small one in there.
Let me tell you something. Catwoman is spoiling us tonight. 66 movie had Joker, Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman, and yes, Bert and Adam. And I'm only 37. I grew up watching them and the Monkees. Oh. I watched the Adam West show as a kid, a lot. But I never saw the movie. At least I don't think I did. Fishy Biz comes in again with the $5. No text, but I know it's because we shouted out Menace to Society. I know that's what it was. He was like, hey, I don't even need to say anything. Here's my money because he said Menace to Society. Here's the funny thing about that movie. I love that movie. But have you realized how bad the acting is in that movie? It is atrocious. Even Jada Pinkett Smith is terrible in that movie. But the story is good and it's entertaining. And I don't know the actor's name that plays O-Dog, but I like him a lot. And I
love the little boy.
I like the guy that looks like Big Daddy Kane. I don't remember his name, but he looks just like Big Daddy Kane. And he's the one that, anyway. The only good actor in that movie was the guy from Predator that played the cop that was like, you done, didn't you? That guy, he is so scary. He's terrifying every time I see him. He's the only good actor in that movie. But anyway, Larry Walter Jr. became a member tonight. Welcome to the team, my friend. Linda Hockney. I'm probably saying that wrong. And I believe SEK is Swedish crowns. I believe that's what it is. $10 worth of those. Thank you so much for that. Fishy Biz, the other $5 I sent, I forgot to say, Menace to Society was a tearjerker. You got to watch Cobra Kai and see Danielson
Oh, boy.
all grown up. Here we go.
Here we go. Thanks.
I love Cobra Kai.
He loves
so much.
He loves Cobra Kai.
I love it so much. Listen to me. Ralph Macchio is a hero to me, okay? Because he was Daniel LaRusso. And he played whatever his name was in The Outsiders. I mean, that guy was a god to me in the mid-'80s. And so to see them back and to see Johnny Lawrence back. Pony Boy was C. Thomas Howell. Pony Boy was the one with the dyed his hair blonde.
Yeah. What am I thinking?
Stay golden, Pony Boy. He was the one that said stay golden, Pony Boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember his name in that movie, though. I'm going to have to figure it out because I've been wondering it for a couple days. But I loved Cobra Kai so much. The only thing that show's missing is Pat Morita. But we all know why that's not going to happen. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Again, not the best acting I've ever seen. But the story is amazing. You got to watch it. I'm telling you, you got to watch it. The story of that show is absolutely amazing. And it's one of those things, folks, if you haven't watched it, 419, people are bailing out. They're like, whatever, I'm done with this. Menace to Society, Cobra Kai. I'm going to go watch Fisherman Fever. But the story is so strong in that. And the thing that it does really well is, I'm not going to spoil anything. It tells the story from the other perspective, from Johnny's perspective. You watch Karate Kid as a kid. In 85, I was 11. Danielson was the good guy. And this movie makes you look at it from a different way. Not this movie, but this show. It makes you look at it from a different angle, and you're kind of like, yeah, Daniel was kind of a jerk. It really does do that. And it does it beautifully. I love that show so much. I cannot wait for season 3. Yeah, amazing. Beautiful. Wonderful. It is the reason why I got the YouTube Red when it was YouTube Red. It's why I got that premium membership, was to watch that show back in the day. So anyway, yeah, bravo to whoever wrote that. Matt or Apollo with the $5. No, I'm not rich, but I support businesses I agree. I 100% agree with and love. Planning my order for tomorrow. I need a lot. Adding 6 tanks this week. Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
That's fun.
That means a lot. It really does. And you do not need to shower us with all this money. It's an amazing thing, but you don't need to. You've spoiled us enough, Matt. You get a free pass. JFK2, but not 2WO. It's 2. Like, I'm JFK2.
Oh, gotcha.
With the $5. Didn't say anything with it. Just, here's my money. Larry Walter Jr. with the $5. Thank you, by the way, JFK. Larry Walter Jr. with the $5. Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. See, I told you. I just didn't know the word everything.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a funny movie. Sean Pilk with the $5. Setting up an Mbuna tank after the first set of fish. How long should I wait to add more? So much of that is going to depend on
the load.
It's going to depend on the tank size. It's going to depend on your filtration size. It's going to depend on the size of the fish. A lot of these things are going to play a huge role, because adding a 4-inch fish is going to have a lot more impact than adding an 1.5 inch long fish.
Right.
So a lot of it's going to depend on that. Depending on the work that you're willing to put in, there is no time limit. Put them all in and get it all over with at once. That's what I would do. We put 27 fish in that tank. I'm pointing to the tank next to Marie. There's a video of it. And remember, we didn't quarantine them because we put them in a tank by themselves. What was that weird noise? We put 27 fish in that tank. Never had any problems at all. Now, it is a big tank. It's a 240-gallon tank. Putting 27 fish in a 29-gallon would probably have a much bigger impact. But Putting it in at 240, it was no problem at all, as long as you're willing to monitor things and keep up with it. If you see that ammonia start to go up, you need to react immediately. I'm not proposing you put 27 fish in the tank at one time, but I'm saying if your goal is to have 12, put all 12 of them in there right at once. Now, if you can't afford to do that, totally understandable. Do them in 2 groups of 6 and spread it apart however long it needs to be spread apart to where you can save up to get the other batch of 6. My thing is this, especially with imbunas. You put them in the tank, you're going to put 6 of them in there. I'm just saying numbers. You put 6 fish in there, they're going to get settled, and they're going to get in line, and they're going to develop a hierarchy, and they're going to get comfortable, and everything's going to be good. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to throw 6 more in. That could confuse things, and that could turn everything upside down. Not only could it have an impact on the water parameters and the water quality and ammonia spikes and blah, 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 but it could interrupt the hierarchy that you have in the tank. So,
and then you might get some aggression. So
that's right, particularly with imbunas.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another reason why I just say do it all at once and work with it. Be diligent about monitoring the water parameters, and then you should be good.
Yep.
Fishy Biz again with the $5, 4 thumbs up to Cobra Kai. Yeah, Drew, I think we might be related in some kind of a way because we seem to love all the same things.
If he keeps bringing up Cobra Kai, I'm going to block him.
Drew, there's another movie you need to watch. Drew and I, we connect through movies, see? And the movie is Get On Up. If you haven't seen Get On Up yet, it stars the late, the great Chadwick Boseman.
Oh.
He does an amazing job playing, James Brown. Absolutely amazing movie. I loved every single minute of that. If you haven't seen it, I believe I watched it on Netflix. Maybe I watched it on Amazon, but somebody put it up right after he passed, and it was really, really good. So, both of the lead actors in that movie have passed because it also has Lafayette from True Blood. I don't remember his name, and he passed too. I didn't even know that.
I told you about that.
I know. I was watching the movie. She walks into the room, and I'm like, yeah, this is so sad because Chadwick Boseman was so talented, and look at him. He's so good. And she's like, oh, yeah, that guy's dead too. I'm like, what? I didn't know Lafayette died.
Like 4 years ago, I think.
It's very unfortunate. Both of those guys in their early 40s. Ralph Macchio was a traitor. Everyone knows William Zabka is the real hero of the movie. Just ask Barney. Now, listen, Cobra Kai definitely makes you understand. I'm sorry, but Cobra Kai makes you understand Johnny's side of the story so much more. It really does. And he does not come across as this villain that he was in the original Karate Kid movie. I'm just telling you. It's true. All of the Cobra Kai guys that were the villains, they're not as bad as we thought. I mean, I know the one guy was like, get him a body bag, and he was I know they were bad guys, and John Kreese was horrible. But the kids, maybe they weren't. And the show makes you realize that. So, okay. So the last one that we have here, before we got to get off here, because James is probably like, this is getting ridiculous. Matt Orapollo, again, welcome to the shower. Is that a shower? Showering us with love.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I guess that's what it is. It looks like a shower. It's like this big on my screen, so I can't really tell what it is. So listen, folks, tonight, this has been overwhelming. Everything's been overwhelming lately. Not only did we have the fiasco in the beginning, but now to have as much fun as we've had. We had 500 and something people in here, even with all of the nonsense in the beginning. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm done now. It's time. It's 11:09.
Yeah.
It's time for us to call it a night. And here we go. This is what happens every time. We're going to do this one real quick, and then we're going to sign off. James Black with the $5. Can I remove my dominant male star sapphire from the colony to bring out the colors of other males?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can.
You absolutely can.
You'll have the next dominant male start to color up, and it won't take long at all, like probably within 24 hours.
Yep. Whoever the beta is in that tank, and you can usually tell you've got an alpha, you've got a beta, it's that one will end up coloring up.
Yep.
So yeah, you absolutely can. In fact, in the very beginning, they might all color up a lot just to see who figures it out. But then, yeah, hopefully they figure things out real fast and there's no fighting and nasty stuff happening. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, folks. Thank you to everyone who became members tonight. Thank you to Chad Krotz that was with us earlier tonight for the members tour. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to all the people who have super chatted tonight. Thank you to the mods. I never thank the mods, and I wanted to make sure I do that tonight. So yeah, thank you all so very much. And I will do what I always do. I will turn it over to you. It's your show now.
Oh, please. Anyways, thank you very much for sticking around tonight and hanging out with us. The first 20 minutes were kind of bad, but a lot of you guys stuck around with us anyways, or you came back, and that was wonderful. Thank you so much. And definitely thank you to the mods. We love you. And we have another super chat. Matt or Apollo with the $2 super chat. Good night, you all. Good night, Matt. And good night, everybody else. Have a wonderful weekend.